Hi, Year 8s. It's Mr. Doffé here. Apologies that I've been sick and been away, but hopefully after watching this video, it'll show you a little bit about the content that you're going to be doing as part of the course, and hopefully you'll be able to get started on some of that a little bit without me. So the first thing you're going to need to do is to create a student Weebly page. Now, a Weebly page basically is just a website that you can create yourselves, okay? So very much like my Weebly page that I've got here. You can have tabs up the top here, and then add your own content in in whatever kind of format that you like. So to create a Weebly page like this, what you'll need to do is you'll need to get your username and password. You can do this through Compass, okay? So when you go to Compass, you'll see something like that. If you click on resources, that should bring you to this page. You can just download the Weebly logins there, and that should have your login that's unique to you. You all have the same password, which is Digitech8, all one word, but your usernames will all differ. So make sure you grab your login from there, okay? If you grab your login from there, that means I can access your Weebly page, which is what I want, rather than you creating your own Weebly page that is not using that login, which I then can't see and therefore can't give you credit for the work that you do. Basically though, when you create your Weebly page and you click publish, it will be live on the web, okay? And you can access that page live on the web. And yeah, so when you access it live on the web, you'll be asked for a password. That password is just GHS, okay? So if you wanted to share your Weebly page with someone else, your parents, other students in the class, whatever, you can do that. Just send them the link and give them the password of GHS, okay? I just have to have a password on there because they're student accounts. So anyway, what you do is if you go to our class Weebly page, okay, and you can see here when you land on our class Weebly page by typing in ghsdigitech8.weebly.com, that'll land you on our home page here. Okay, there's a little bit of stuff on there, but what you really want to get to is this Weebly tab. If you read down on this Weebly tab, there are a couple of videos there about web design. They're YouTube videos, so you can either watch them at home or your teacher might want to play those for you in class. And then there's a little bit about what you need to do in terms of your Weebly page, which I'll talk about in a sec. And then if you keep scrolling down, there's a link here to the Weebly website. Okay, now this will take you to the student login section, which is students.weebly.com. So you could just type in that URL up the top there, students.weebly.com, or you can click on that link to come to this page, not the regular login page. You need to go to the student one. Okay, then if you put in your username there, and then you type in your password there, this one's inactive, but you could click login. When you log in, what you'll see is something that looks a little bit like this, except you'll get asked like what kind of Weebly page, what sort of format you want it in, and all that sort of stuff. That's totally up to you. If you don't care, just click on whatever. Click on the first one that pops up, and you'll be able to get started. Now up the top here, you can see the different pages that I have on my Weebly page. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 different tabs on the top of my Weebly page. What I want you to have is I want you to have 4. Okay, now the way that you create pages is, believe it or not, click on the pages tab up the top here. You can see all of my pages that I have there. To create a new one, you click on this plus button. If you want to delete one, you can just click on, say for example, I wanted to delete this Weebly page. Okay, I can just click on it and then I can go to delete. Okay, so whatever your default pages are that you have there, you can just delete them, or you could rename them by clicking on that page and then changing that name. Okay, now if I just go back, I don't want to actually delete that. I can add a new page. I just want a standard page. I give it a name. That's pretty, I wouldn't even worry about this stuff down here. You just give it a new name and then you can click done, and you can see down there I've got new page. Now I actually want to delete that, so I'm going to go back into that, click on delete, remove the page, and then there should be the different pages that you have on your Weebly page. Now, the pages that I want you to have on your Weebly page are listed here on our class Weebly page, which is a little bit confusing, I understand that. So you need an About Me page, you need a Hurdle Tasks page, you need a Bot Rescue page, and then you need a Cat Robotics page, okay? So if you can just create some pages and name them exactly what they're written as here, that would be great, okay? And what you'll end up with is something a little bit like this. So my page is a little bit different here. This is just a screen grab of one that I created as a demo. You've got About Me, you've got Hurdle Tasks, and then I've got 2 other pages. You don't need to worry about that. Yours will be slightly different because you'll have Bot Rescue and Cat Robotics. This was sort of for a different course that I set up. Okay, now when you go in, the first page that you've got is your About Me page. Now you can see there I've got a photo of me looking a bit goofy with my daughter Harper there. You can put whatever photo you want in there. If you want to put a photo of yourself in there, great. If you want to put a photo of a car or something that you really love, like a picture of surfing, whatever you're into, you can put a photo there. Okay. Now, if I go back to the Weebly creation page, if I go to build, okay, you can see all of this stuff that you can add in on the side here. So if I want to add some text in, I can just click on that, drag it to where I want that text to be, and then I can type into that box and it will be on my web page. If you want a picture, you click on image, drag it over. Where do you want the image to go? Let go of the mouse, you'll be able to drop an image in there. Okay, title. The stuff that you see up the top here is probably what you're going to use most of. There's other stuff if you scroll down. There's YouTube clips that you can embed. There's all sorts of stuff. But for what you guys are going to do, pretty much everything is sort of up the top here. So if you can get started on your About Me page, on your About Me page, I want you to put some stuff about you in there, okay? So you can see there on mine, I'm a teacher at Geelong High School. I enjoy running, cycling, wakeboarding, snowboarding, and camping. I'm married and have a daughter named Harper. I actually have 2 daughters now, but who you can see above. I live in Belmont, but grew up in Frankston, okay? Put whatever you like in there. I don't mind, okay? Just tell me a little bit of something about yourself, okay? So that's pretty easy in terms of what you need to do there. It's totally up to you. You're not obsessed on that particular page. It's just something I want you to have so you can kind of personalize this website a little bit, okay? The next page you'll have is Hurdle Tasks. So I'll talk more about Hurdle Tasks in a sec, but basically that's all the coursework that you need to complete, okay? And as I said, we'll talk about that more in just a sec. So yeah, once you've created your About Me page, it's then time for you to move on to your Google Docs, okay? Now these tabs are pretty much in order of how you'll complete the work, all right? So if you click on the Google Docs page, I'm going to create another video to show you what you need to do for that. But if you scroll down here on your Google Docs page, okay, you'll see here a little bit of an outline of what Google Docs are, okay? And then you can put links to all your work on your Weebly page in the Hurdle Task section, okay? That's pretty much what I was kind of just talking about. If you don't have a Google account, click on this button here and you can create a Google account. If you have a Google account, so you've got Gmail or something like that, that's a Google product, a YouTube login, that's a Google account. Use that, or if you want to create a new one, you need to create a new one, just click on there. Okay, then you scroll down here, you've got Google Sheets Exercise 1. Again, I'll talk about that more in a second video. And then you've got Google Sheets 2. There's a brief explanation about what you need to do, and then a picture of what it should look like when you're done. Okay, again, I'll talk about that more in a sec. In another video. If you keep scrolling down, there's a little bit of information and a couple of videos on Google Docs and on AI, artificial intelligence, because the next task that I want you to do is I want you to work on a Google Slides doc, okay, on a Google Slides document that you can work on with other people. So I want you to get into a group of 2 to 3, okay, so that's either 2 or 3 people, not 1, not 4, 2 or 3 people. Okay, and then what you need to do is create a presentation using Google Slides, all right? You need to create a presentation on artificial intelligence. In your presentation, you need to address the following questions, and I've suggested there make one slide per question, and then you might divvy up the work. So the first one is, what is artificial intelligence? You can use the web to try and find some information. How is AI used in today's world? What are the potential issues with AI? If you want to know more about that, look up some YouTube clips on Elon Musk. He talks about some of the issues that he kind of tends to see happening with AI. And then, again, sort of looking into the future, how can AI, or how do you see AI being used in the future? Again, I'll talk more about that in a second video, but that's kind of what you need to do. All right, now, once you finish your Google Docs, go on to block coding. Okay, with block coding, you can see there's a link to the code.org website. You've probably all done those code.org activities or projects. You only need to do one. Once you've done one, take a screenshot of the certificate or somehow show that you've completed it in a screenshot, and then put that onto your Weebly page in the Hurdle Tasks tab or section of your Weebly page. All right. Down a little further, there are some videos, again, which your teacher in class may like to show to you. If you keep scrolling down, there's some jobs that you can access if you're interested in computer programming. Next tab there is Bot Rescue. Now, we're going to go to the tech school later this term and look at Bot Rescue, okay, which is a project where we look at how robots can be used in disaster scenarios. We're also going to be doing CAT on robotics, so that's the next tab across, where you build a maze, kind of like these ones here that you can see. These are just students from other terms that have created these, and then you program the spheros to go through those particular mazes. All pretty straightforward. I'll talk more about that later. And then the last tab there is the Python tab, which is the last thing that we'll cover at the end of the term, where you learn to do a little bit of text-based coding. Okay, so hopefully I've given you enough information here that you can kind of get started on the coursework. Obviously, if you have any questions, you can send me an email through Compass. Okay, it's likely that the teacher that you have probably won't know how to help you. So yeah, just shoot me an email and I'll be able to either send you a video or I'll be able to help you in some way. So hopefully that's cool and you can get started now. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy doing some of this stuff and you learn a little bit.